Hello everyone, I'm back with another video for you today. I was experimenting a bit today with Movement Thanos. Thanos, in the past, kind of just made everything better, right? You add him into a deck, whether it be Lockjaw, Movement, Destroy, whatever package, Thanos kind of improves it with the power of the stones that he adds to your deck. But first, before we get into this deck, I have a word from today's sponsor. It is Brilliant.org. If you haven't heard of Brilliant.org, it is an awesome website and learning tool which you can use to improve all sorts of skills that will be very useful in day-to-day life or in your career or any potential future careers that you might get into. So it's mainly focused around STEM subjects, the sciences, mathematics, all of those useful skills that, we deep down know, we should be good at if we want to be a well-rounded sort of individual and have good career prospects and all this kind of stuff. There are a ton of courses on Brilliant that you can try out. All sorts of different subjects, so there's something there for everyone. You've got computer science, you've got geometry, you have new wave, I guess you could call it, mainstream at the moment scientific things such as AI and cryptocurrency and that kind of stuff, which I think is very fascinating. I've been personally, as I'm sure you may be aware if you've watched any previous videos that have been sponsored by Brilliant, I've been diving into both a bit of computer science, because that's something that's interested me. I've always liked the idea of being able to program something, build something, code something, make your own, whether it be website or be useful in some way to some company. I think there's just great value in computer programming as a skill. But I've also been very interested in artificial intelligence. So I've been diving a bit into the understanding of how those systems work. Now is the time to get into Brilliant, to start your learning or restart your learning journey. So if that interests you, if you're interested in trying something new, improving yourself, what's not to love about that idea, right? Then do check out Brilliant, of course, using the link on screen or in the description, and you'll be able to get a free trial for 30 days and 20% off a premium subscription to Brilliant. So thanks a lot to Brilliant for sponsoring the video. Do check them out, guys. It's a great way to improve yourself and learn something new, and I do recommend them very strongly. With that being said, let's jump back to the video. All right, so what have we got in this deck? Well, it is a Thanos movement deck, so it kind of has all the cards you would imagine, although there's a little twist here, being we have Carnage and Killmonger in the deck, as well as Death, to allow us to play a bit of a small destroy package to get rid of some of those stones on the board, because you get a lot of units when you're playing Thanos that you can play out very cheaply and efficiently. You get the extra mana with the energy stone, with the time stone or whatever. And yeah, we're going to be playing a lot of low-cost units in the deck as well. So in order to have space, it can be really useful to have a Carnage. And Carnage is just really good value with the stones, honestly. It ends up being 6 power for 2 a lot of the time. Killmonger, good at dealing with nebulas and, sunspots, whatever the opponent might have, while also freeing up that board space and enabling Death. So a nice little package there of cards which enables us to do our movement shenanigans more freely and flexibly. We can move that Vulture around, the Dagger as well, quite nice additions in the deck, being able to move them with Ghost Spider, Cloak, Iron Fist, Heimdall, as well as a finisher, if you aren't going to be wanting to run that Thanos as your final play. But yeah, it's Thanos movement. There's not too much more to say about it. You've got Space Stone, which can move units around as well, which is very nice. Very cheap, powerful movement card. Works well with Dagger as well, which is a really nice thing to have. Miles Morales is in there, of course, to have that very powerful, cheap play. So yeah, nothing too much more to say about the deck other than I've had a lot of fun with this one. I think it's actually a pretty damn competent way of playing a more movement-focused deck rather than something like, I don't know, just some pure value or some multiple-man shenanigans. I think this sort of package is a bit more reliable. I'm not sure exactly what I would give this deck. It's a little hard for me to rate. Maybe a 7 or an 8 out of 10, something like that. But yeah, pretty good one. Let's jump into some games. Okay, let's get into the first game here. We have, a nice little reality stone to start things off. I guess I'll throw that in the middle. Maybe I should play it actually in Shadowland to have the option of Carnage, on multiple units, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. We could play Ghost Spider and move it back, but I feel like Going for the Vulture will be better. So let's play a Power Stone now, just to utilize my mana properly. The opponent's playing the Collector, so could be some kind of a bounce or discard deck, is the typical stuff, or even some kind of... I'll play Vulture left, I think. Could be some kind of dinosaur deck as well. Looks like it's bounce from the Angela play. I've got the Vulture, I've got the Ghost Spider. I will play Ghost Spider here. Iron Fist we might want to play, but I think holding on to it for now is okay. We're going to have a lot of spare mana next turn. Just going to make sure we get into the kiln here. They are running Cable, so it's a bit unusual to see in a bounce deck. It might just be some filler from the opponent. We're about to have Grand Central coming in. Okay, Time Stone, very good. Iron Fist, Carnage. We can play our whole hand here, which is quite nice. I think I'll do something like this. Make sure we get that... Well, we might not get Thanos because Time Stone is drawing a card, but there's a pretty good chance we get Thanos. I'm going to snap here because we have very strong turn. A lot of power. I could have min-maxed slightly better if I'd had the Reality Stone in the left location. That was a bit of a misplay. But I'm not going to worry too much about that. Got the Dagger coming. I could have also tried to play for the, you know, getting the movement value. That could have been, you know, some kind of an option. They're going to take Thanos here. Have they been a Thanos deck this whole time? No, right? They just got the Soul Stone from Cable, I presume. So Thanos comes down, that's good for us. We have a lot of power. Drawing Chavez, we can probably just play her and, you know, go on our merry way. Hopefully taking a win here. We're already winning in the right. Of course, Doctor Doom or something along those lines would, you know, win the game for the opponent, but I think we have pretty decent chances. Doom is certainly something you could think about playing in this deck as well. Deck has a lot of early game cards which can be, you know, sometimes not feel amazing with all the stones as well. Okay, we got a win. Let's go to the next. Okay, another game. We have Iron Fist, Dagger, maybe something we want to utilize. We've got Aunt May's as well, interestingly. I'm going to start with Power Stone. It's not the best stone to get, really. We aren't able to draw a card with it. But we do end up going in the Raft, which is good. I think I'll play Mind Stone, Iron Fist. This gives me Carnage as an option. Also just gives me Dagger. Potentially, if we want to do that, we could play Dagger even into, you know, moving it into Aunt May's. We can equally just move, well, really anything here. Maybe move the pig. We've got Ego coming in. Okay, this is not ideal. We are going to move the pig into the Raft, so we'll get that. It's probably good for me, technically. I'll go with the snap here. Going to be a double snap Ego game. Let's see how this one plays out. Should, in theory, be good for my deck. I know people will probably get upset and say, "What do you mean, Ego? This is not how the deck normally plays." Yeah, it doesn't matter, mate. Who cares? We're going to get Doctor Doom. Okay, not the most powerful card necessarily here, but hopefully it'll be alright. They're playing a wave out now, okay. It's a bit troubling that we're probably losing the middle location due to this Ego situation. Maybe Heimdall can get something to you know, happen here. What are they going for? Odin, okay, that's pretty good for them. They get a decent amount of power with that one. We've got Doctor Doom coming down and a bunch of cards. I mean, this is fine. We just get pretty decent strength, and we should at least have a solid play to finish the game with here. So I'm kind of feeling okay. Provided Ego doesn't, you know, do something really stupid, I think we have a good chance of winning. Okay, Ironheart, sure. Let's see. Let's see what it goes for. Chavez, yeah, that should be good enough to win a lot of the time here. Because, of course, the opponent can be playing cards in Ego, or even in the middle. Arnim Zola coming out? Okay, that's pretty strong. I'm not sure it's quite enough. I guess it is. Maybe not? No? Okay. Losing the power in the middle is going to cost them there. That was a weird game. But yeah, we do take a win there. Ego gameplay, very cool. Okay, well, I kind of want to play the Power Stone just so that we have a chance of pulling something a bit greater. You know, maybe the Thanos. Yeah, that's perfect. Could have pulled Killmonger, which wouldn't be great, of course. But getting Thanos early days is pretty nice. We've got Heimdall as well. Very nice finisher there. Looks like the opponent's also playing a bit of a movement-focused deck. Okay, the Power Stone, I mean... We know we're going to want to play Vulture at some point, so I think I'll go with that now. They're also playing a Vulture, okay. Reality Stone looks kind of interesting here. I think I'll just get rid of the mines. I'm not sure I want that particular. I'd like to cycle through my deck if possible. And I think I will play Killmonger just to clear the board a bit. Obviously, losing the Power Stone feels pretty bad. That is for sure. Oh, but maybe we can play Death next turn. Go for something like that. Get some more power on the board. They've got Vibranium coming in. Okay, no worries. I think Space Stone here is good. I can move my Vulture across, which is really nice. I guess we can play Carnage as well. It's not it's not the best Carnage ever. Probably going a Death in the left location is good here. I think I'm going to look ahead a little and snap, actually. So we've got the Heimdall next turn, which we can play in the right location. Spread our strength around quite nicely. I think that should be good for me. And, I mean, the opponent can also use the Project Pegasus for some quite good value, so... Won't necessarily be the easiest win ever. Okay, they're Spider-Manning me, but that's pretty okay, I think. I don't really mind that too much. I think it should be hard for them to win in the... Well, we have more power here, so... If we Heimdall mid, I think we always win that location. I'm just going to send it in. Now, they could do some trickery here, but I think we should be more than okay, really, to just win middle and the left. The Craven will get some extra value, but yeah, we're just going to take it. I have the superior movement deck, apparently. Some nice value there, very good. Just having that movement stone is really useful, I feel like. Something that benefits this deck in particular greatly. Do I want to play the Power Stone here? I suppose it doesn't feel good. I really wish this was a different stone. For the Carnage then on potentially turn 2. But no worries, I will play that out just to use my mana again. Ugh, a little bit of a rough one. I could even eat this. But I want to do Vulture. Yeah, I definitely want to do Vulture. This is pretty good for me. I feel like I should maybe snap. Might be able to answer the Deadpool with Killmonger as well at some point. But the Shuri's Lab Deadpool interaction is very, very powerful, so I'm going to keep it a little bit more relaxed for the time being. Play Vulture now. I'm not sure I can go with a snap, it just seems a bit risky. With Shuri's Lab being a thing. They can just double and double and double the Deadpool over and over, which is not a great thing. Not a good thing for me at all. Okay, here comes a Forge as well. That's going to be getting Deadpool very big already. Okay, well, I'm probably going to play my Miles here. Maybe just Carnage on the right. Doesn't feel very good for me. Not enabling the death. Haven't really drawn any of my Thanos stones this game, which... of course, is quite unlucky. They're going with the huge Venom value here. Kind of intimidating. I've got Time Stone that doesn't really do much for me at this point, but I will play it out. And I'll probably go... well, we'll see where the Vulture moves to. They're actually going with Magic here, okay. Well, perhaps we want to try to snipe the Deadpool somehow with Killmonger. That could be an interesting play. Vulture moving middle isn't necessarily great for me. Although I can Heimdall here if we want to do that. I think Heimdall looks pretty good. We can then try to go for the Killmonger at the end. I'm just going to take my value on Vulture and stuff. Move those units into the left. And, you know, even potentially open up death or something in the middle location here. Ooh, Null is being played. And I have priority. That's not exactly ideal for me. We kind of assume there's probably an Arnim Zola here with, you know, with Deadpool coming at the end, which... bit of a problem, really. I think I have to probably take a retreat here if we want to be sensible. I could, of course, play Death and Mind Stone, but I think we're pretty much always guaranteed to lose against Arnim and the like. So I'm going to take a retreat here. The Shuri's Lab was a bit too powerful for the Deadpool deck, I think, unfortunately. Okay, the universe will be set right. Ooh, Project Pegasus I can't quite use with Death, unfortunately. That is a bit of a shame, really. I'll play my stones out, though. Definitely a bit of a rough start for us. We would have loved to have something like the Thanos in hand just to get things going a little bit better. Okay, we can Reality Stone here, I guess. I could play Space Stone just to draw through my deck a bit. I think I will here. I think I will. Maybe let's play everything in the... You know, I kind of don't want to get rid of the Bifrost is the issue. So I'm kind of tempted to play these over here, actually. I think I'll play them in the left. You can always move the Mind Stone using this Space Stone effect. Ooh, Camouflage. Okay, that's very nice. And we did draw Vulture, so we have that as a potential play coming up shortly. I think I will go for that here. We've also got Iron Fist as well. Lots of options here. I quite like the idea of just Carnaging, honestly. And then we could go with the Vulture for like Omega, Mega super value of Doom. You know, play the Iron Fist left, Vulture. Yeah, I think I like this. I'm going to go with the Snap. This seems pretty great for my deck. Lots of Carnage value. Enabling Death if we need that as a final play. Getting great Vulture value, Ghost Spider. New York as well, Bifrost. I mean, this is just huge movement value. Provided there's not something like a Shang-Chi. Brood Nimrod, that's a very interesting combination of cards the opponent has. I'm going to go heavy for the Vulture value here with the Iron Fist. And then probably go for Cloak Ghost Spider, or maybe Killmonger, depending on what they do, but I think the Ghost Spider will be a bit better here. But yeah, we're getting a huge amount of Bifrost value. And just Vulture value in general. This is the biggest Vulture I think I've ever had in my life. 18 and counting. Potentially going to make that up to even 28. I think I will go for it because it's just quite hilarious. I can make a play like this and just have the biggest Vulture of all time. I mean, how can I say no to that? Realistically. I could also go... The thing is, we can't get Cloak value and Ghost Spider value, right? That's the tricky thing. I mean, I can go for this sort of meme. If I play Cloak, we're going to be able to move our cards all over the shop. It's going to be kind of insane, actually. Not sure where we'll end up. I can do double Heimdall as well, which is just crazy. This is getting a little out of hand. I guess I will go for this play, but it's getting a little bit out of hand, I'll admit. It's getting a little bit crazy. They're going to play Serra here, okay, so it's going to be Mega Nimrod shenanigans versus Mega Movement. And admittedly, I don't have very much other than a massive Vulture, so I really want the Vulture to end up being on its own. I don't think I'll go for double Heimdall. I don't think I will. I want the Vulture to end up being sort of alone in a location, I guess. And I want all of my other sort of power. Oh, this is a bit of a headache to figure out, isn't it? So we don't want this here, we want this here, and I think we want these other guys to move across. But if I do this, then it's double move, but double move is fine. I think this is what I want to do. I want to abandon the New York completely. God, what a crazy game here. We're going to have the biggest Vulture I've ever played in my life. We'll see if it ends up being enough. Got 23 power in the left, which, you know, pretty decent amount, all things considered. We'll see if it's enough to beat what they've got going on here with the Nova and everything. and eating the Nimrod a couple of times. I'm pretty sure we'll have enough in the middle. They've got a Killmonger, but that's not too much of a problem. I think we'll be okay here. Provided their last card is like, oh, it's Silver Surfer. That's unexpected. With the Brood. Double Silver Surfer, but we do manage to take it with the 33 power Vulture. Oh my god. That was a crazy game. Absolutely wacky. Wow, okay. Alright, let's get one last game, shall we? Gonna start things off with, well, losing my Iron Fist, unfortunately. But we'll see what we can do here. We need to draw some stones in an ideal world. Okay, oh, perfect. Mind Stone is lovely. I'll play that in the left. Draw some more stones and then go with Carnage, perhaps. Maybe even go with Vulture here. I quite like the idea of Vulture into double stone. Could go for Reality Stone just to get rid of this from being a factor, but I guess I'll play the Vulture just to be mana efficient. I think that's probably a good move. What is the opponent playing? Honestly, that's what I want to know. Okay, we get Giganto. Okay. No, we can do the play I wanted to do. Actually, I don't know what I was thinking. Not thinking I wasn't able to do that, but we can do this. Opponent is seemingly in a bit of trouble here. Not sure what on earth this game is. Okay, back to building. I'm gonna Carnage that stuff away, and we've got all the stones. Death is enabled if we need it. And we're moving Vulture across, I believe, of course. The Heimdall, I think I want to play Cloak here, right, in order to enable Heimdall. We can play a couple of stones as well. I'll play the Soul Stone over there. Gonna go with the Snap here, of course. The opponent seems to be playing some random-ish mishmash of cards. I was going to say maybe it's a Cerebro deck, but doesn't look like it really. Kitty Pride, okay. And Crossbow? Maybe they're just farming boosters, honestly. That's what this seems to be. So we can play these Power Stone and Heimdall at the end, which is really nice. We're going to get a lot of additional power going there, and I can of course move the Vulture to middle and then Heimdall it back. Now the opponent's actually going with the Snap here, which kind of makes me wonder, do they actually have a Shang-Chi that they want to use here or something like that? We might be encouraged to play around that just by doing a play like this, or even with Death, you know. And just keeping the Vulture over here, but I don't know. I think the Heimdall is pretty strong. We might even be able to win the other two locations. You know, even if we do get shanged, we might be completely fine, honestly. The Heimdall moves Giganto across. I think it's fine. I think this is a perfectly okay play to make. I'll send it in. Won't get double move on Vulture, which I guess is not perfect for us, but it'll be pretty hard for them to win here. We just have a lot of power in all the locations where it counts. But let's see. Let's see. Thanos is empowered, of course. Red Skull coming in? Yeah, that's not anything to worry about. We'll take a bit of a random 8 cuber. It looked like they were farming boosters and or maybe missions. But you know what they say, a win is a win. Right, guys? A win is a win. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. This deck's actually pretty cool. If you want, you can put a Shang-Chi in there, maybe, to help against high evolutionary decks, if those are a thing at the moment. If not, just play this deck. It's fun. Fun little movement time, Space Stone, blah, blah, blah. Anyway. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Subscribe as always for more videos, and I'll see you next time. How many times have I said that? A lot. Too many times, actually. Bye-bye.